sitting in my office. Lord gave me two to speak to before I do anything. I was scrolling before they came and got my phone, and I got on your page some kind of way, Sean. I don't know how I got on there, but it's always popping up anyway. But as I sat there and I scrolled and I scrolled and I looked and I'm still building that courage, the Lord gave me you and He gave me Lisa. My God. And I know it sounds strange, but when I sat there and heard this voice talking to me, and nobody's going to believe it. I don't expect for anybody to believe it, especially if you're not attached to God today. You can't believe that. Glory be unto God. But I can't go anywhere till I get this off of me. Can somebody say amen? I communed in the spirit with your mother today, Shonda. And your mother told me to tell you, in spite of all, you've been praying too. You've been praying to go back to the spirit that you used to be. This is what God is telling me. You've been praying. And you hooked up with your mother. And see, you got up a little fast, so she decided to hook on me to let you know that she heard your prayer. Shonda, nobody believes this right now, but you know, she's wanting to let you know that she will love you with everything that she got. And she's in a spiritual realm with you. And anytime you want strength, Shonda, you reach out to your mother and let God bless your soul right now. In the mighty name of Jesus. I feel the Holy Ghost right now. I said I feel the Holy Ghost right now. I said I feel the Holy Ghost right now. And Lisa, I got yours as I was coming out of my office real good. The Lord said, no more back seats for you. You've been praying for courage too. You can either do it today, or you can do it the next time you're in church, wherever you're going to be. But I saw you early this morning, about 6 o'clock. I went and told Linda, I got Lisa in my eyes this morning. Glory be unto God. But no more back seats for you. It's not a volunteer, it's an assignment for you. Glory be unto God. Can somebody say thank you, Jesus? Can somebody at least try to say hallelujah? Somebody praise the Lord. Lord, I thank you right now. Now we're going to pray now. I feel the anointing of God. Yes, Lord God. There's so much I can say, but I don't want to take it out of context right now, but God is trying to bring. You know, it's a blessing to be alive today. Can somebody say hallelujah? Yes, Lord. Hallelujah. If it was left up to you, you wouldn't be alive today. But see, God had this day ordained from your mother's womb. Can somebody say glory? Father God, as we bow our heads right now, Lord, I want to thank you, Jesus. I want to thank you for life, health, and strength. I want to thank you, Lord, for those that took the time to put on their clothes and come to this tabernacle today. Lord, I want you to let them know that I am so grateful. And Lord, we praise you. But Father God, as you are in the presence of us right now, I have to do my usual. I'm going to ask you, Lord, to travel. Yes, Lord. I have family here that don't want me to say this and don't want me to say that on media as if they are my God. Amen. But Father God, nobody controls Pastor Tarver but you, Jesus. But Father, as you travel, I'm asking you to go to Connecticut. Yes. I'm asking you to touch my brother, Lord Jesus. Yes. Touch my brother Calvin from the top of his head to the sole of his feet. And Lord, I'm going to keep calling him until he walk in that door, this door that I'm facing here right now. And Lord, I'm asking you, Lord, why you're there, Jesus. My God. Yes, Lord. And I believe I said that wrong. That's Massachusetts. But while you're there, go to Connecticut. And touch the homes of those that are, I don't think they're back yet. I think they're still here. But Lord, touch their homes. And Lord, while you're traveling, travel a little bit, Lord, and touch my brother Plunky, Lord Jesus. Yes. Condition him, Lord. Lord, give him that mind that he's got to serve you. Yes. Lord, motivate him, make him positive, Lord. Let him be a witness for you, Lord Jesus. Yes. And Lord, I want to thank you. And Lord, while you're traveling, touch my niece, Lila. Heal her body from the top of her head to the sole of her feet, Jesus. Touch her right now in the mighty name of Jesus. And Father, while you're traveling, travel on down to South Carolina and touch my sister Bernice. Lord, touch her. Give her strength and let her know that everything that she needs from you, all she has to do is ask. I'm asking you, Lord, to touch her husband, heal his body from the top of his head to the sole of his feet. Glory be unto God. And Lord, while you're traveling, just travel on back to Atlanta, Lord. Yes. Stop over there in Smyrna and Marietta. Amen. Glory be unto God. And I'm asking you, Lord, because you said the prayers of the righteous availeth much. I'm asking you, Lord, to touch my sister Carolyn. Lord, you did it. Only you and you alone did it. You're healing her in every aspect of her life. Lord, touch her daughters that are here. Touch her sons that are here. And give them the mind that she has, Lord, that you are a miracle worker. And Lord, I claim the vision right now. I claim it right now in the mighty name of Jesus. And Lord, while you're traveling, go into my grandson's home, Robert Brown. Touch Oliver. Lord, I want to thank you for taking Oliver through this hard problem, Lord, but you did it, Jesus. Touch Amanda, Lord. Touch Jackie that is not representing you here today. These are my siblings, Lord. Touch them right now in the mighty name of Jesus. And Father God, while you're traveling, everyone that's here, that's represented here, touch their families. Lord, touch their families wherever they may be, Lord Jesus. And Father God, I give you the glory. And Father God, touch those that are here. They made a request unto you, God. You said, make your request known unto you, and you will make it happen. And I'm claiming it right now for them in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for every visitor that came out today. Bless them, Lord. Let them be at ease and be comfortable. Let them indulge in the word of God as I expound that word today. In Jesus' holy and righteous name. And Father God, while you're touching, most of all, touch Pastor Tarver. Let no flesh be in this pulpit. Use me for your glory, Lord. Use me in the way that you see fit, Jesus. And I give you all the glory. In Jesus' holy and righteous name we pray, Father. Amen. You may be seated. Glory be unto God. I'm not going to hold you long because I know I heard that some are barbecuing. Some are preparing to take their mother out. But I got a word for you today. Can someone say amen? Amen. You have to excuse my voice today. I think pollen is really taking over this year. But how many know that God is good? Amen. All the time. How many can actually say that He's good? Glory be unto God. The Lord gave me a topic on yesterday, and it's kind of hard to preach on Mother's Day for me because I'm a mother. And you don't want to try to make yourself feel good. But I can't help because I'm a mother. I'm just a mother. And I'm a grandmother and a great-grandmother. But I got a word today. The topic that God gave me, He started with me on yesterday, and I kept putting this thing here and trying to make it sound another way. But He gave me the topic, the value of being a woman. You got to know that there's a value of being a woman. And stop letting people and things that happen Down syndrome you so much. I wish we had more people here today. But you got to learn that. I'm talking to the women today, and the ones that are mothers, the ones that want to be. We got some adopted mothers that have adopted children, and some may never have children. But when you take care of a child, you become the mother of that child. Can somebody say amen? Amen. So I'm not bringing them out according to what they have had. I'm talking about women today. And then I ran reference on value. How many know that value has an outstanding definition? Value. When a woman is in her values to be considered, women today, I heard a preacher this morning early was saying how women in the day, back in the biblical days, were never recognized until certain things happened. But women today are not considered much. Can someone say amen? Amen. They're not considered with respect. They're considered for what people want from them, but they're not considered with respect. Amen. And I'm speaking for the women today. They're not in respect of their worth and their excellency. They have excellent natures and their worth is much more than people are giving them. Their usefulness, or they're not being used according to what their standards are, and they're not being shown how important that they are. Can somebody help me say it? I got a quiet church today. Amen. When you think about worth is the excellence of a character. Their characters never really come out. You know, there's some women that's been trying to speak out of what they feel for years and years. They go into maturity of life, so what they do, they stumble, and they get blind and they fall, and they never come to reality of whom they are or of whom they can be. Can somebody try to say glory? Glory. And usefulness, when someone is useful, they need to feel it. It's more than just saying, I'm a mother. You know, I got some things I want to cover about mothers being, you know, my mother is dead, but I love my mother to the bone. Can somebody say glory? Amen. I didn't only love her with words, I love her with respect. And I tell my sibling, my sisters and brothers a lot, I've never talked back to my mother in my life. I'm sorry. If nobody can wear those shoes, I can truly wear them. I always believed that I had no right, and I always was afraid to in the first place. So I never talked back to my mother, because I believe that Lyra would take you out. So I just took whatever she said, but it sort of developed me into being a woman. See, when you can hear your mother, you know, I know fathers are important. We have Father's Day too. But it's something about a mother. She is the root of every situation. Yes. She bears the burdens of us all. She goes through. And sometimes they get on your nerves. I get on my kids' nerves. They say things that you don't want to hear. They repeat themselves over and over again. They try to compare life today with yesterday, but it's still the same life. Nothing has changed. We just became weaker in these days. Yes. Things were always like they are now back in the day, but you got to admit that you're weaker than we were in that day. So we strive to be obedient to. We were after something in life. We were craving to have understanding. This is not in my notes, but today you just don't have it today. Amen. I'm not here but one amen up in here today. Amen. But you know, when your usefulness, being of use or service, serving a purpose. Women have been serving purposes for a long time, but they never have been given the recognition, providing things that are needed to maintain a standard in life. That's all they ever wanted for their kids, to provide. They had to get a mental status. They had to get the capacity of teaching them how to be young women and young men. But we never ever say, have you ever told your mother, Ma, I appreciate you so much. Because without you, I wouldn't have been the person that I am today. Amen. Sometimes we need to give that recognition. But we're so rebellious. Oh, Lord, I don't know who I'm talking to. I really don't. Amen. We're so rebellious until we just feel like we are more educated. Amen. It's not based upon education, or we know more because we've been around. You've been around, but have you conquered the things that you are around? So sometimes you need to tell your mother, you know, Mom, I just thank God for you because you made me the person that I am today. Amen. And somebody say amen. Amen. And you know, the definition of a woman, she's an adult, a female person, no longer subordinate to man. She's no longer a lower level. She's not in the lower level of a man. She's no longer less important. They're equal because they go to war now. Women go to war. They're in the service, Navy, Air Force, Army. I don't know about the Air Force, I know the Army. They become policemen. They protect the city now. They get shot up. They have different
yes, they do.
the seed is different, but they still provide the service. Can somebody say
service, amen.
When I see a woman policeman, it really shakes me, my nerve, because I know that woman has children. When I see one going into the service just to get a career because she don't have the funding here, that bothers me because I know she could be killed there or lose her life even in training, trying to be an officer. Can somebody say amen? But we never say, see, women have a task. They can't help because they're females. Females have great intuition. They can feel things, they can see things, they know when you love them and know when you don't love them. Amen. It's something about being a female. We are equipped with so many things. Can somebody say glory? Glory. But I got some highlights. I'm not going to hold you long. I got some highlights for you too. And my highlights might touch you a little bit, might make you a little angry. But if you do, just get right and sum it up. That's all I can say. I don't write. I never know who's going to be here, and I never call and see who's coming. Sometimes we have a lot, and sometimes we have less, but whatever we have, God going to deal with it today. Amen. Sometimes we forget to respect our mother. Amen. I'm on my first highlight now. Amen. Sometimes we forget, and I wish everybody in here, the children and the ones that are teaching the children, would come in here and sit down today, because I want everybody to hear this. Amen. So somebody go tap on that door. I want the ones that's in here, in church today, to hear. We don't have that many here. Bring them in here. Sometimes we forget to respect our mother. Anybody guilty of that? Amen. You know what respect is? You listen. You respect. You don't flip that lip so much. You don't try to put her in your place and you dwell. You don't know more because you're educated more. Let me go over that again. You haven't lived long enough to tell your mother, and I got a lot of feelings of guilt in here right now. See, it's real. Sometimes we forget to respect our mother. Amen. Until it's too late. And too late means when they're dead in their grave. Then you're going to go pull them up and say, Mom, you ever seen the most people that cry at the funeral is the ones that feel guilty. Yeah. They're all over the place, falling out, vomiting, throwing up. You got to bring them back with water, smelling sauce and all that. But they needed that respect when they were living. Why is it so hard for us to give our mother the respect that she needs? Amen. I admit that we act crazy sometimes. Yes, we do. But you can give, you know what I don't want to say about people? You can give your woman respect. You can give your boyfriend respect. But when it comes to your mama, she's like a doormat. Amen. Just for your use. And I'm telling the truth this morning. The truth will set you free. Amen? Amen. Sometimes we put our mother in a category of just having children. My mother birthed me. She did a great thing when she birthed you. It's hard for me to do Mother's Day and Father's Day and Children's Day, Uncle Day and Pastor Day, because it should always be Jesus' Day. Amen. But I want to break it down a little bit to make you understand we can't keep doing the things that we're doing and expect to be blessed. Sometimes we put our mother in a category of just having children and never being respected as giving opinions. Amen. Your mother can give you opinions. She's been there and done that. Yes. She might have made mistakes when she made her opinions, but she made it through. Amen. So she can tell you something. My mother made a lot of mistakes of accusing me sometimes, but you know what? She thought I was doing that, and by her thinking that I was doing that, I tried to do better so she wouldn't think that I was doing that. Amen. She wasn't wrong. She was wrong at the wrong time, because eventually I did do that. Amen. I did what she saw, but she didn't know she had discernment, and she was picking up on me, preparing me for my trials and my tribulation. Amen. And things that she has said to me are sticking with me today. Amen. Amen? Amen. We put them in a... You don't think they're supposed to have opinions which are standards for raising same children as we birth. We have to have opinions. You have to have your voice. You have to say something. We have a lot of single mothers that don't have husbands. They play two parts. They play the husband and the mother. And it's really hard. And some of them, I must say, but they don't even know where the daddies are. The devil was around when they was raising the children or taking care of them. People don't like to talk this, but it's real. That's what's wrong with the nation today. That's why we can't get above today. That's why we can't see the onside, because we're not facing the truth today. Glory be unto God. Sometimes we fail to tell our mothers how much we love her. Amen. We think that showing with things once a year in the way mainly with flowers, candy, and dinner.
Amen.
But she eat all the time.
Amen.
And she loves flowers because they smell good.
Amen.
She probably keep a bouquet on her table waiting for to put some water in to drop some flowers that nobody ever bring her until they have a reason. I saw more flowers buying in Kroger's last night than I've ever seen in my life.
Amen.
I was there at 12:30. They was buying flowers at 12:30.
Amen.
Sometimes, and as far as a dinner, candy, a box of candy, sometimes sweetheart candy would be good to give your mother. Away from, and I know the kids are wondering why they're back in here because we got some kids that understand. I want them to be in here today. It's good to give your mother candy away from, glory be unto God. Help me say away from a holiday.
Away from a holiday.
Sometimes she likes to go out to dinner. You should get it on a checkboard. If you got enough kids, I'll pick the dinner this month. You pick, I'm talking to my grandson too. And one that I hope he's listening. I'll pick the restaurant this month and take them to different restaurants.
Amen.
Don't wait till a holiday when you gotta wait 2 hours to eat outside. You gotta wait 2 hours in a line to sit down and eat dinner with your mother. Sometimes spend that money that you use ungodly or you use the way you want to use it and give your mama a dinner.
Amen.
Somebody don't love me today.
Yes, sir.
They deserve more than that. They deserve more than the things you want to give them on the day that man made holiday time. You're grown, you got a good job, you should spend at least $10 every once in a while on your mama, 20, or ask her where she want to go.
Amen.
Boy, I wish I had a praying church for me today.
Amen.
But y'all talk about me behind my back, say it straight in my face because I really don't care right now. Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
Then the Lord gave me the word mother to break it up in letters and give you some meaning of what every letter means to me. I took the letter M. A mother maintains things within a house, physically and mentally. She maintains things. I don't care what y'all say. She go through things. She take things. She take little and make it much. We always say we love our mama, but love speaks, action is where you show love. Anybody can say love. Don't even know what the meaning of love is. Some of you haven't told your mother that you love her in 2 months. Sometimes don't wait until she do things. Just call and say, Mom, I love you.
Amen.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Amen.
And she may say, no, are you sure? Be positive about it because they hide things sometimes. They don't want you to spend your last dime. And they really don't have. Somebody ought to say,
Amen. That's true.
I feel like somebody know they're
Amen.
negligent. Somebody know they've been neglecting. And after this service, I want you, when you eat with your mother today, I want you to show that love. And just say, Mom, it kind of hit me. I can't tell you what hit me, but it did hit me, and I'm going to do better.
Amen.
The letter O. She opens up her heart to every situation at hand, regardless of how bad you're going through. She opens up her heart. She always got an ear for you, whether you're doing good or whether you're doing bad. Some of you make so many bad mistakes until you don't even know how to get it back on the right perspective way. So you're stuck right there. But you can trust your mother. She may not like what you're telling her. She may get on you, but she's a person that can keep things in secret. Because you know what? A mother never wants her kid to be known to be wrong. A mother will sometimes lie to protect her kid. Y'all know I'm telling the truth up in here. And you be saying, well, what? Because she loves you. Their ear is open. She wants the situation to be at hand. She'll go to the depths with you.
Yes.
Can't nobody turn her against you, but you got to acknowledge that thing and be willing to say, now that's my mother. I'm going to read that again. She opens up her heart to every situation at hand, regardless of how bad it is. Then she teaches right from wrong, from birth of a child to an adult. You're an adult when you get 18. Now that I passed the law, when you're 17, you can do what you want to do and don't have to go to school. And they shouldn't never tell kids that, but it's true anyhow. But until you become an age that the system say, but she knows, really, in reality, you still lean on her when you're in your 20s.
Amen.
And you be rolling towards your 30s and you're still leaning there. Y'all know I'm telling the truth.
It's the truth.
We're not going to go out here today with no lies in our ears. We're going out here. We may not have no shouting music today, but it's real.
All right.
Amen.
And H, help in every way that is needed, from pleasure to work. You know, you can depend upon, I think about my own daughter, and Sydney is taller than I am. When they need something done for Sydney, I'm quick to volunteer. Because that's where my heart is. My heart is to help my grandkids, to help my children be who they're supposed to be. We already has been told as a nation that don't raise our kids right. So we got to come up from that. I'm talking, how many mothers do we have in here? How many know I'm hitting on the right note right now?
Amen.
But you don't have enough nerve to say it. How many feel just a little inch of guilt right now? Just a little bit, not much, but a little bit.
Amen.
Knowing that last month you could have did it. The month before that you could have did it, but you didn't do it because you were thinking about self. Why do we always think about how much we give our mother when we spend on games, we spend on going places, we spend on things that make us feel good, and we never consider how much it costs.
That's true. Mama.
But see, you know what? When my mother was living, I was the one that she didn't want to stay with all the time. But to make my mother feel good, when I am out of my business, I wrote her a check every week to go shopping where she wanted to go. Because I wanted her to feel good. I wasn't trying to buy her. I was trying to let her know how much I love her. And I want to see her at peace. So do something out of the ordinary sometimes. Just do something. Stop needing so much and give more.
Amen.
Somebody help me say that's my mother.
That's my mother.
And Eve, she have an ear to problems of the family with understanding of how to solve them. Your mother is a very positive person. I know they get on your nerves. I hear a lot about mothers, and people probably talk about me. I know they get on your nerves. But if you listen to them, they have some positive things to help you with. A mother will never tell you anything to kill you. She will always try to bring you up from where you are. But we have some disrespectful young people.
Amen.
Say what you want to say to your mama. You're not going to get by with it. You know, I often say, if you don't pay the consequences now, you'll truly pay them later.
Yes, Lord.
If you want to be blessed, you got to respect your mother. It's easy to respect the daddy because half of us are afraid of the daddy. So we'll respect him because he has a manhood.
Amen.
But start respecting your mother. How many of y'all know I'm telling the truth?
Yeah, you tell me the
Yeah.
truth.
You find more fault with your mother and let your daddy get by with anything.
Amen.
And you push your mother away and grab a hold of your daddy, and he's the worst one that always have been. But you take him before you take your mother. You'll find fault, you'll talk about her, you degrade her, you won't promote her in any area. I'm going to preach next Sunday, but this one I'm talking about the mother.
Amen.
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 It ain't because I can't preach,
Amen.
but I feel what I'm saying right now. Can somebody say
Amen.
glory?
Yes, Lord. Glory.
And she reached out to her children, even when they reject her.
Amen.
Now, every mother has a different way of reaching out to their children. Some reach out by telling them what to do. Some reach out by complaining about themselves. But all they want is a conversation of understanding, someone to tell them that they love them. That's the way they want to receive love. So they reach out to you now. Think about it. When was the last time you rejected your mother?
Amen.
I tell my kids this. If you don't like what I say, it's bad to come against me because that's a very dangerous thing that you're doing.
Amen.
So don't come against me. Just walk away. Raise your hand up, and whatever you do when you walk, don't close no doors too hard. And don't walk out of my face too fast, because you might get something down your back. I'm being very honest with you right now. If you don't believe me, let Cora get up right now and talk to Shonda a certain way. I'll be all over Cora's head because I can't stand it. And I don't mean talking. I would grab Cora in the back of his shirt. I don't like to see people disrespect their
That's
parents.
right. Amen.
So if your mother say something, stop complaining. Be thankful that she's not 6 feet under.
Amen.
Yeah,
Because you're
amen.
going to miss that
Hallelujah.
conversation when she's not here.
Hallelujah.
You're going to miss it real bad.
That's
And you
real.
can't go to her and say, Mom, I got to tell you something. It's
Amen.
nothing like being able to touch your mother.
Yes.
Nothing like being able to sit down, crawl in the bed with her, eat with her. Just go and have a good conversation with her. I'm here to tell you that.
Amen.
I'm going to go through these once again, but I want you to remember, the M is she maintains things within her house, physically and mentally. She opens up her heart to every situation at hand, regardless of how hard the problem is. T, she teaches right from wrong. Teaches from birth of a child to an adult. How many believe that? How many can hear your mother, some things she has said when you was younger, they still with you today?
Amen.
I can.
Amen.
Thank my mother for everything. Even though my brothers and sisters and all of them may not be where they're supposed to be, all of us believe in working.
Amen.
Amen.
All of us believe in taking a little that we got to make it do. We don't just take advantage of people. We try to put people in the same perspective place that we are.
Amen.
My mother wasn't in church, but she raised 9 of us that way.
Amen.
Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
H, help in every way that is needed. Think about it. Have you ever gone to your mother and you didn't get help? I don't mean money, I mean conversation telling you what you should do. From pleasure or work, establishing things within your life. Her ear to problems, E, of the family, with the understanding of how to solve them. You should always come out with a solution when you talk to your mother.
Amen.
Never lie to your mother. Never just tell her something because you want it to be. Now, some of y'all don't believe nothing I'm saying up here right now. But you know how you get your consequences when you have your children.
Amen.
I tell my grandson, you was a bad one, and all of it gonna be a booger when he get older because you carried us through something the whole while you were raising up.
Amen.
So you got to establish a root in your children. You got to take that what your mother's trying to give you so you can pass it on.
Amen.
Now let obedience and love and caring be a generational thing. Don't let bad things only. Let the things that are good pass on from siblings to siblings and child to child and grandchild to grandchild. Don't leave out here and go eat today and you barbecue and I'm going to have mine. I'll leave here sometime this evening. Don't leave out here the same when you came in thinking you're going to be blessed if you last didn't respect your mother. And if you didn't, go make a phone call when you leave here. Before you get there, say, Mom, you know what? I want to clean the slate up. You really believe me when I'm saying?
Yes.
Do you really? I'm talking to a woman that's striped dressed on and nice earrings. You believe that? It's real, isn't it? Give her a phone call and say, you know, Mom, the last time we talked, y'all don't. Oh, I better never hear about you putting no phone down your mama's ear. Y'all guilty of that one too. Where'd I get that from? I gotta go, Mom. Bye. No, you sit there and you listen to what. That may be the last time you hear your mama talk.
Amen.
Don't do that no more. Don't walk out of the room and go call your best girlfriend or your friend and say how your mama done got on your nerves. You ain't have no heart attack, your nerve attack. Y'all stop doing these things. God has given me this morning. I didn't come to church to hear that. Who would you come to church to hear? It's Mother's Day. I'm going to preach on Daddy. It's Mother's Day today.
Amen. Amen.
You came to hear what the pastor has to say.
Amen.
I just happen to be a female, that's all. But it's true. You know, sometimes mothers have said, I wish I never had them sometimes. Now, you don't provoke them then. And they have to immediately take it back. I'm sorry, mothers will go that far. It's not because they wish that, they're so hurt. Let me turn my
Amen.
Go ahead, Pastor.
It's right anyhow. And at my age, I can stand and say, you know, I didn't only say, my mother told me one day, she said, Barbara Ann, out of all my kids, you have never talked back to me.
Amen. Amen.
And she died right after then, but it's the truth. I never sassed my mother. I wasn't the perfect child now, but I knew my standards. And that was my mother and not my friend.
Amen.
It was my mother. And back in those days, you couldn't talk to your mother like you talk to your mother now. They had their things they want you to do and they didn't change for nobody. So let's make this standard. Arlene, you're ready for me. Let's make this a standard day. Let this holiday here reign in your spirit to be a blessful holiday from now on.
Yes, Lord.
Don't take this to like another year. This is 2018. Make 2019 be worthy of saying, I love my mother, of happy. You know, happy has a meaning. Happy means you're supposed to be rejoicing, not sad. That's another thing. We're quick to put our mothers away in nursing homes and different things. I'm asking the Lord, let me live until I can't live no more in my own residence.
Amen.
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 Ain't nobody that busy.
Ain't nobody.
Nobody that busy. Because now they got a hospitals that come and do it for you free until you get back. So ain't nobody that poor either. Always remember, once an adult and twice a child.
Amen.
So everybody gonna wear a diaper again before they die.
Right.
If you live long enough, you're gonna wear them pads and diapers, and somebody gonna roll you and rub your back too. Nobody wanna hear the truth up in here. It's real anyhow. It's true. So don't think you so much there that you won't need somebody to do for you.
Amen.
But I want you to, before we go into the word, I want you to sit down today and think, when is the last time that I did something for my mother? When is the last time that I told her that I love her? When is the last time that I bridled my tongue and didn't talk back when she was talking to me?
Amen.
When is the last time that Mom say I'm sorry? When is the last time that you just sat down and held her hand and not class her as a victim of circumstances? When is the last time?
Amen.
Think about that. I'm going to be able to eat real good when I finish. I don't know about y'all. Because I'm telling it just like it is.
Amen.
Go with me to Matthews. Matthews, Matthews 15. Amen. Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
You know, we can do a lot of things. You know, we're not even worthy to be praised if we don't honor our mother and our father. Now, it took both of them to bring us here. Come on here. Somebody talk up in here to me.
Amen.
You know, and I'm not like most of you all. I didn't know my father until I was 18 years old. That's when I saw my father for the first time. I mean, and when I saw him, did nothing make me fault him for anything. I accepted him until the day he died.
Amen.
Because he gave me his seed. Can somebody say amen?
Amen.
And I don't care what somebody else said, not even my mother. I do him that respect. And I wasn't even in church then. I was only 18 years old. But can somebody say glory?
Glory.
Can somebody say to yourself, I'm going to be a better person after I leave it?